Can love truly conquer any distance? They say love knows no boundaries, no limits. It's an unending journey that transcends time and space. But what happens when love is put to the test by distance? Welcome to our exploration of the world of long-distance relationships. Long-distance relationships, or LDRs as they're often called, are unique in their own right. They're a testament to love's resilience and adaptability, but they also come with their own set of challenges that can make them seem daunting, sometimes even impossible. One of the most common hurdles couples face when distance separates them is communication. When you're miles away from each other, you can't just drop by for a cup of coffee or a spontaneous dinner date. Conversations are planned, often around different time zones, and the nuances of face-to-face communication are lost. It's a different ballgame altogether, and it requires a different set of skills to play. Then, we have trust issues. When your significant other is out of sight, it's easy for doubts to creep in. The mind can play tricks, and without the reassurance of physical presence, trust can become fragile. It's a challenge that requires a solid foundation of trust and an unwavering belief in each other, and of course, there's loneliness. It's only natural to miss the person you love when they're not around. It's the empty side of the bed, the silent dinners, the unshared laughs and moments. It's a void that only their presence can fill, and it can be a tough pill to swallow. But here's the thing. Yes, these challenges are real, they're tough, and they can seem overwhelming, but they're not unbeatable. They're not insurmountable walls, but rather hurdles to overcome. They're the test of the strength of your bond, and overcoming them can make your relationship stronger, more resilient. The distance may be a challenge, but it's not insurmountable. So, buckle up as we navigate the world of long-distance relationships, exploring ways to conquer these challenges and keep the flame of love burning no matter the miles that separate you. Communication, the heart of any relationship, becomes even more vital when miles separate you. It's the lifeline that bridges the gap, the thread that weaves two lives into a shared tapestry, no matter the distance. In our hyper-connected world, there are countless ways for long-distance couples to stay in touch. Traditional phone calls still hold a charm, allowing you to hear the nuances in your partner's voice. It's in these subtle inflections where emotions reside, making each conversation a journey of discovery. Then there's the power of video chats, which bring a visual element to your interactions. It's the next best thing to being physically together. You can see each other's smiles, witness the twinkle in your partner's eye, and share moments as if you're in the same room. But don't underestimate the value of text messages. They're like little surprises throughout your day, reminders that someone far away is thinking of you. A well-timed text can turn a mundane moment into a memorable one, and a heartfelt message can warm your heart in ways that defy distance. And then there are letters, the classic, timeless mode of communication. There's something profoundly romantic about putting pen to paper, pouring out your thoughts and feelings. Letters capture the essence of a moment, becoming keepsakes that you can revisit long after the ink has dried. But remember, it's not just about using all these modes of communication. It's about regular, open, and honest communication. Regularity creates a rhythm, a sense of predictability that's comforting in a long-distance relationship. Openness invites your partner into your world, bridging the physical divide. And honesty, well, honesty builds trust, the bedrock of any relationship. But let's not forget, communication isn't merely about speaking. It's also about listening, truly listening to understand, not just to respond. It's about acknowledging your partner's feelings and experiences, validating their emotions, and offering your support, love, and respect. Remember, it's not just about the frequency of communication, but also the quality. Trust is the foundation of a long-distance relationship. It's the glue that binds two hearts miles apart, the invisible thread that connects you across borders and time zones. But how do you build and maintain this essential component? Let's delve into that now. When it comes to trust, honesty is the best policy. It's about being open about your feelings, your day-to-day activities, and your thoughts. This doesn't mean you need to share every single detail of your life, but it's crucial to be straightforward about the big stuff. If you're feeling down, let your partner know. If you're going out with friends, give them a heads up. The aim is to create a space where both of you feel comfortable sharing and discussing anything and everything. Transparency plays a significant role too. This means being open and clear about your intentions, actions, and expectations. It's about letting your partner in on your plans and decisions that may affect your relationship. This way, you're not leaving room for doubts or misunderstandings that could potentially harm your relationship. Now let's switch gears and talk about the green-eyed monster, jealousy. It's natural to feel a twinge of envy every now and then, especially when you're not physically there to share moments with your partner. But it's important to remember that jealousy can become destructive if left unchecked. So how do you cope with jealousy? First, acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to feel jealous. What's not okay is to let it consume you. Second, communicate your feelings with your partner. They're not mind readers, and it's important for them to understand what you're going through. And lastly, try to focus on the positive aspects of your relationship. Remind yourself of the love, respect, and trust you share. This can help alleviate feelings of jealousy and insecurity. Trust isn't built in a day. It requires consistent effort and honesty. So keep that in mind as you navigate your long-distance relationship. Your efforts to build and maintain trust, coupled with effective communication, can make your bond stronger than ever, despite the miles between you. How do you keep the spark alive when you're miles apart? It's a question that has stumped many, but the answer is simpler than you might think. Firstly, let's talk about virtual dates. Yes, you heard that right. Just because you're separated by distance doesn't mean you can't have a romantic dinner together. Set a time, cook the same meal, light some candles, and voila, you're dining under the stars even if you're 1,000 miles apart. Next up, consider watching a movie together online. There are several platforms that allow you to synchronize video playback so you can laugh, cry, and scream together just as if you were in the same room. You can even share a bowl of popcorn. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Now let's move on to games. Don't underestimate the power of a good old-fashioned gaming session. Whether you're battling it out in an online multiplayer or working together to solve a puzzle, playing games together can foster a sense of camaraderie and teamwork. Plus, it's a great way to let off some steam and have a bit of fun. But it's not just about activities. Staying connected also means sharing the small, everyday moments. Send a quick message in the morning to wish them a good day. Share a photo of something that reminded you of them. Or simply tell them about a funny incident that happened at work. These little things can make a world of difference. And last but not least, never forget the power of a heartfelt message or letter. Sometimes, words can bridge the gap in a way nothing else can. So don't be afraid to express your feelings and remind your partner how much they mean to you. Remember, staying connected isn't about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about making an effort to share experiences and emotions, even when you're far apart. While you may not be physically together, these shared experiences can help keep the connection strong. A long-distance relationship isn't a permanent state, but a phase that leads to something more. In the grand scheme of things, the distance is merely a stepping stone on your path to a shared future. And it's this future that we'll be focusing on right now. In order to navigate through the challenges of a long-distance relationship, it's crucial to have a plan for the future. A shared vision, a common goal, a light at the end of the tunnel that both of you are working towards. This plan isn't about the small things, although they matter. It's not about who will do the dishes or who will take out the trash. It's about the bigger picture. It's about where you see yourselves in 5, 10, or 15 years. It's about deciding if you see yourselves living in the same city, sharing the same space, or perhaps even tying the knot. Having a clear end goal in sight will not only give you something to look forward to, but also provide a sense of direction. It's like embarking on a journey with a map in your hand. You know where you're headed, and even if the road is bumpy and the journey long, you have the reassurance that you're on the right path. But remember, this plan is not set in stone. It should be flexible, adaptable, capable of evolving as you and your partner grow and change. The key is to keep communicating, keep discussing, and keep dreaming together. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes it throws curveballs our way. Yet, with a shared vision, you can face these challenges head-on, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and deepening your bond. So start making plans, start envisioning your future together. Talk about your dreams, your hopes, and your expectations. This will not only bring you closer, but also make the distance seem less intimidating. With a shared vision for the future, the miles become less daunting. So, can love truly conquer any distance? We've explored this today, highlighting the importance of open communication, building trust to overcome jealousy, and the need to stay connected despite the miles that separate. we've also emphasized the value of making plans for the future. Remember, a long-distance relationship isn't just about the distance. It's about the commitment and effort both partners pour into it. Yes, love can conquer any distance as long as both partners are willing to put in the effort and commitment. After all, the best things in life never come easy.